And today we're going to be checking out this multifunctional emergency radio. That's right, this is a weather radio on top of an AM FM radio with an alarm built in as well. And this is going to be great to have for those power outages when you lose power. I live in the area where we have hurricanes, and we've gone as much as 3 weeks to a month with no power, and to have something like this to find out what was going on in the real world would have been a very nice thing to have. But on top of being a radio and a weather band radio, it also has a flashlight, a floodlight, and it can be charged with either the sun or by hand cranking. How cool is that? But let's go ahead. We're going to point the camera down, take a closer look at this. I'm going to show you some of the features and details of this emergency radio. Alright, so here it is up close. You can see it's a nice compact design. You have all your function buttons on the front right here. You can see it does display the time as well. It does have a nice nylon carrying handle with a rubber grip. You can see there's a solar panel on top, so you could sit this out in the sun all day to charge it up. You have an antenna right here that you can flip up and expand to get better reception on those radio stations. If you flip up the solar panel, you actually have a floodlight. How cool is that? So if you were working on something, or if y'all were just sitting in the dark and you wanted to play cards, you could flip this up and you have a way to see inside your house. Very cool. You do also have a flashlight on the end right here. You just push the button and there it is. Push the button again to turn it off, and if you hold it down, you can hear that it goes into an emergency mode, a strobe with a siren. Now if we look across to the back of the radio, this is where your hand crank is. You just open it up like this and you crank away, and you can actually keep this radio charged by using this little hand generator, which is a really nice feature because, you know, when we've gone weeks without power, there's no access to electricity, of course, but there's no access to batteries. So we actually went weeks without even knowing what was going on in the world, if help was coming, or we had no idea. And something like this would have saved us a lot of stress. Now if we continue around, we're going to open up the side on the opposite of the light, and you can see this is also a power bank. It has a USB that you can plug in to charge your phone or your devices. You have a USB-C right here for charging the device up with a cord, so you can charge it 3 ways: solar, hand crank, or with a cord. And then you have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And then we come back around to the front of the radio. Now as I said, this radio is AM FM and also weather band. So if you hold the power button, you actually turn it on.
Exclusively, you know, we're open to speak to anybody that would be able to join forces.
I want to turn it down. But you can see that we are on the FM band, and it does work quite nicely. And what's cool about the AM FM is you have this scan button right here. And if you hold down that scan button, it'll actually scan through all the channels and automatically set presets for you. So I can actually just hold this down, and you see it says preset 01. It'll find the next station. It'll set up preset 02. And it'll go all the way through the whole FM band and automatically set your presets up. How cool is that? And then when you want to use your presets, you just tap that scan button, and you can see that it will skip to all the different presets. Very cool, very convenient. Now this is your band select button right here. You can see that we've gone to AM, and if we hit it again, it does go to the weather band, which is just 24/7 weather information. And then you have your two knobs right here. You have your volume up and down, and this is where you would set your alarm, and this is where you would set your time. So if you're looking for an emergency radio that would be great for any hurricane kit or any emergency preparedness kit, this is a great one to get. It's got all the functions, the spotlight, the floodlight. You can charge it in 3 different ways. You have AM, FM, and weather bands, and it's very easy to set up and very easy to use. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.